We are live, I think. Let's see if we can find us. Give it a hot second to show up here. We are live like Memorex. I'm gonna give everybody a hot second to come on in here. I am gonna go get some more glue sticks. Well, never mind, they're under my table, but I am gonna clear this off real quick. Just while we're waiting. We got everything working good tonight, I think. On the Maybo end. I need to find my curtain because my son's coming in through this window. Driving me insane, y'all. Hey Linda. Hey Betty. Susan, Julianne, hey. Betty Jane. What Betty Jane, hey. Also had to eat twice. Oh goodness. Hey CC. So what we're gonna do tonight, while everybody's coming in, I'll try to explain this a little bit. Oh, I was gonna get glue sticks, dang it. There we go. We're gonna do this oval grapevine. I found this place online because I couldn't. I should have just asked Lori. She had them. I didn't know she had the size I wanted. So I was looking. This is, remember the mistake I made with the 12-inch grapevines that we designed the hey Tracy, hey LaDonna, the S8 wreath we did a few weeks ago, a month ago or so. I got it off them. I saw this and I loved it. I thought I'm gonna try it, but they used some daggone big flipping twigs in here. These grapes must be monsters. They must be about the size of apples. But what it is an oval. This measures. See, I got this daggone purple side up. I'm gonna say it's. I'm gonna say it's at least. I don't think it's 24 inches. I'm gonna say it's about a 22. But see how it's crisscrossed in the back? You see this nice crisscross vine patch in the back? Hey, Julianne. It did this in the back, which is really cool. It's really thick. It's fairly heavy. But they also made this basket. Oh, it's hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in so you can see. See this crisscross basket that they also did in the front? That's what we're going to fill. And then just try to just make a design out of this. I thought it was cool. It'd be something fun to try. I wish I had my other mat here. Oh, well, my painting mat's underneath here. I keep my painting mat under my good mat, so I can just take it off. That's about right. It's about 22. It's about 22 inches. Okay, so let's cover that ugliness up from my painting. I'm a sloppy painter. So we're going to do this. And what I thought I'd do is make an everyday design. I found these flowers on, I don't know, I bought these online. I want to say, I found these online, and I'm not sure where I bought them. I forgot to put my list, guys, on there. Dang it, Bonnie. We just got a good job, guys, for doing that. I'll do it after the live. But I can give you the number. I don't know where they're from. It's 81123-SAL. Okay, but aren't these beautiful sunflowers? And I think this can last you, yo, hey, Dawn. Hey, Joan. How are you? Oh, goodness. Aren't they pretty? They're real summery looking, but it's going to be like an everyday that can last you all, your customer all the way through till fall. And, I'm sorry, Christmas. Because it's not going to necessarily look like fall, but it can pass as fall. You know what I'm saying? So they can get all summer through fall till Christmas out of one wreath. And these are just gorgeous. Okay, so I just love these. So we're only going to use 3 of those. Okay, we're going to add some of this. I need to learn my flowers, y'all. Bally stuff is what I call it. That's Thistle. It's called Thistle. Oh my God, they have one on here. Usually the Ashland, this is Ashland, doesn't have the name of it on there. This is a Ashland product. It is number, I never know what number to read off this one. But this is a Michael's product. Ashland, I believe, is Michael. Look at my glue that I keep picking up on everything from stuff. We're going to use that one. And I think we're going to use either this multi kind of greenery to give it a little bit of character. We might use this and another one. I pulled out all kinds of stuff, guys, because you never know where I'm going with the design. I'm sorry. This is the Carolina Pottery Fern that I found when we were down at the retreat. It's a really nice one. You can get multiple pieces out of this if you cut it right, which I like. Okay, so that's a good one to use. The number on that is P as in Paul, B as in Bob, F as in Frank, and 422-GR. Okay, so we might use that one. And then to add just a little splash of extra color in here and make it kind of springy and whatever looking, we're going to use this fun wildflower looking stuff, which is, again, an Ashland product. And again, I'm not sure which number to read, so, you know, I would just go to, I can give you the right number, the wrong number, but you can go to Michael's and find all their spring, it is a spring item in their shop, in their store. Okay, so we use all this and this stuff and see how good all this is going to go together and how fun this is going to be. But we won't use all of it, okay? We won't use all of it. And I also pulled out, you know me, look at all this. I just got stuff. And we might add some of this as, you know, for cover, frilliness, or whatever we want to use. Okay, let's get going here. Here are our ribbon choices that's going to match all of our colors. And I pulled out this fun fair silk here with the leopard. Oop, going the wrong way. Matches. It's like a peachy color. And I haven't got to use a lot of this. And I just love this one. And it's just going to match all these colors. Super cool. We're not going to use a 4-inch tonight. Don't, you know, don't quote me on that. Because I love my 4-inch ribbon. So let's get going. Let me sweep the table off because these grapevines are hot mess, y'all. I'm just saying. Okay. So let's get, So what I did, I would not suggest, you know, crap, you know, gap and crack and whatever that stuff's called. These, because it will protrude through your stuff, then you gotta shave it off, or it'll protrude through the back. What you could do is get a piece of foam, kind of stuff it in here the best you can, because your vine is nice and tight. You should be able to glue into that. Okay, I'm just doing this little piece in here for extra little bit of support. Hey Kathy, how are you, girl? But if you want, you can also make your pre-made cow pat. Sorry guys, I've got to zoom out again. Hi Frankie. Make your pre-made patties. I call them cow patties. And you can cut these off and stuff in here all you want. We may go with that later. I keep a bucket of those, so I can just cut as I go, whatever I need, or I'll use floral foam. Okay, so let's get going here. Hey, so we'll set that aside. Oh no, we're not. We're gonna start by I'm gonna add at least one zip tie to this to keep this foam in place. And I think I'm gonna go down in here. You'll want to go down kind of in. Let's see if we can find a way to go. This one's really wound tight. That's really well tight. Oh my goodness. And we're just gonna, actually, you know what? It's in there pretty tight. I think I'm gonna go right down through the center. Okay. I'm gonna bring it through. I'm gonna bring it through the top here. Daggone it, my hands don't work. I need like 2 foot long zip ties just to make my hands work better. Oh, dang, God, I can get that in backwards. There we go. Yeah, how's everybody's week going? I'm going pretty fast. It's not too bad. Not too bad. We've had nice weather, thank goodness. Did I turn that? I thought I turned that down thing around. Oh, please. There we go. Okay, we got her down. If I can get that back underneath there. I had it right under there. Perfect. All right, there we go. We're going to take this and twist it down so our zip tie don't show, alright? But it's just a little extra support. I should have gone around that branch right there, so we're going to cut that. No harm, no foul. I'm going to cut 2. No harm, no foul. There we go. And we'll pull that a little tight like a toy. Cut that, and we'll just put that down a little bit in there. Okay, so now that foam's not going to go nowhere. Okay, so we got everything going on here. I'm sorry I missed a comment. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'll post. I forgot to do it, Frankie, before the live. I apologize. Oh, Linda, I can't even chew on this side. I think I'm going to have something going on. I don't know what started today, but I'm like, ow, no, please no. But yeah, Frankie, I will post the supplies after. I apologize. I got, a little rainy today on posting. I'm excited, and I forgot to do that. So, alright, so here's what we're using again. We're using all these fun stuff. So we're going to leave those over here for now. We'll leave those over here. The first thing we want to place in here is our big elements, which are going to be our sunflowers. Let it drop. So we want to place these somehow and somewhere where we like those. Okay. They do come with these big leaves. I think I'm going to keep these. I am going to have to maybe twist this one around a little bit. Can't do it with my hands. So we'll twist it. We want to make sure our leaves are facing forward. Okay. We want to make sure they're facing forward. Yeah, I feel for you there. I hope I don't have to have one. Oh, dang. Oh, don't tell me that, Linda. I will, Frankie. I'm so sorry. I forgot to do that today. So let's play around here because I'm not sure what I'm doing with this. So before I start cutting, I'm going to turn my leaves around. Okay. Because I don't want to go like that. I don't know if I want to do a design. If you're never sure, play with it. Play with the flowers before you cut them. If you can kind of place them in there sometimes and just, you don't want to cut off too much before you can't edit it back, y'all. You can't edit it back. Okay. Save that tag so I can have that for later. So, we've got all our leaves turned around here, except for this one. Okay. Oh, these are beautiful. I love these. And I love it that this is going to last. This can last, all spring, summer, right on through till Christmas. Because it can pass for a fall. So what I'm not sure about, and I'm just going to do this. Okay, I'm just going to play. I should have brought my easel out here. Is if I want to go up high here, and maybe over here. I think so. That just convinced me. That's what I'm saying. Just kind of play with it. And give yourself kind of a game plan. Okay, a lot of times I don't have one. But I'm going to give myself one today. These are like that. What do I want to say? They're kind of surrounded by thick plastic. So if you need to pick these, I think you can you can like cut into it. I should have done this with my magnolias last week, and I didn't even think of it. You can cut through this plastic. Don't cut through your wire. Okay, just kind of get through there, kind of like electricians do. Trying not to cut my wire here so I can show you. Just keep cutting through, and when you get through into there, you've got a thicker piece. Let me zoom in here. You've kind of got a thicker piece, okay? And you can pick that, or you can pull that off, and you've got like a, I'd probably say a 16 gauge wire that's really stiff that you can just stick in there. I failed to think of that last week on the magnolia, okay? Because you're not going to get this through there, okay? So why did I do it to that, not this one? I'm so silly, y'all. But just kind of snip through, okay? Just snip through, go around, and then you should be able to just pull that off. See how that happened? That just pulled right off. Okay, now I've got a stiff piece. I can either pick. Oh, what happened? I'm sorry. Oh. Sorry. I was just cutting that. Don't tell me. Zoom out. That's the thing with the zoom with me. I forget. But see how thick that is? Now I can either pick it or just stick it in. Okay, this is so thick it's not going anywhere. But I'm not going to get this rubber piece through my, I'm not going to get that through here. Okay, so let's stick this one in. I think I'm going to leave. I think I'll leave that on there. You don't have to, okay? That wire is so thick on there, it just almost takes a plier to bend. Okay, so I think I'm going to go hold this up here. And I think I'm going to go down in here. I'm going to find a thick spot for that to go, okay? And the things with these is if you have to end up adding a piece of bind wire to here, it's more than easy to do, okay? Because I want this one coming up here, so I probably will, if I can find it right here, add just a small piece of bind wire, just to attach that. All we have to do is wrap it around like one little twig here. These are big twigs actually, okay? Just to hold this back. Okay, I just twist it a couple times and that'll hold it back for us so it doesn't fall forward. Okay, just twist that a couple times. Put that off. That one's all twisted, and now we can bend this forward kind of how we want it. I think maybe I didn't get that tight enough. I think I did. I don't know if you can kind of see how we want this one to come up a little bit higher here. Okay. So now let's get another one in there. Once we get our 3 elements in there, our big ends, then all it is about filling in a little bit of greenery and having some fun with it. Okay. We just got to get these kind of placed where we want those. I should steam that one. Okay, so I think I want this one down here, so I'm going to cut about yay off. Okay. Shoot. I didn't want to go all the way through it. Okay, let's just cut around. Like I said, just keep cutting your plastic off. Just play the part of an electrician right here. And then just pull that. Once you get through, you can just pull it right off. Okay, see again? It's just that thicker wire right there. Super simple. Okay. And this one, I think we're going to go right down into the center spot. Might have not cut enough off of that one. So we're going to cram that sucker way down in there. Turn that where we want it. Okay. I want it in a little bit further. Yeah, I should cut a lot more off that. I'm going to cut some of that tip off down there. Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll pull that one. Might have to twist our flowers around there again. I don't like where that one is, guys. We're going to take that flower off. I want this one a lot shorter. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I want it a lot shorter. That's the only problem with these. There's a catch-22 with these rubber stems. It's either going to help you or just make it a pain in the butt for you. But usually, once you get through this, I like them better. I like them better, especially if they have those thicker wires. Okay. I'll cut some of that off. Because that way you can pick it or stick it. Oh, God, that's sorry, y'all. I should be able to go right back through my same hole. Okay. I'm going to have to go this way. Make sure I get it down as far as I want. Okay. I want to come over here. Okay. This one we might just have to do another little bit of bind wire, but that's okay. Okay. Now that sucker's coming right out of there. What? Well, this one's going to have to be fixed later, guys, because that one's, I don't know why that one's coming loose. I probably just messed with that too much, but it's fixable. Everything is fixable to me. Okay, so get some of that foam out of there. Okay, so we got that in there. And don't worry about the foam. Okay, that foam's, you're not going to see that foam at the end. Okay, you're just not. This one, I think I'm going to go back up the side and make this one long again. Okay, so we're going to cut around. Kind of sometimes the placement of your skeletal elements, I like to call them like a skeleton of your wreath. Your focal point is kind of the hardest part to decide where you want to put it. That's why I suggest if you're doing it dry, if it makes you feel more comfortable, do it dry. Let's see if this one is, I'm going to glue it this time. I'm going to see if this is going to be short enough. Do I go at an angle, guys? Oh no, what do you think? Should I go back up the side? I'm sure I go to angle down here. I think I'm going to put a bow. Let's see. What do you like? No, I can't go another angle. Let's go crap it up. So we'll just go back at the top, and I'm going to have to cut a little bit more off here. I'm sorry. I'm missing all the... Oh gosh, I have all the tools. James, he checks my craft room for all the tools. Yes, Teresa, those are sunflowers. I think I got them off probably ribbons to bows or twisted twigs, one of their sales, I think. But they're a beautiful color. They're a beautiful peachy color. Yeah, I feel your pain, Teresa. I feel your pain, girl. Alright, so this one I'm going to stick back in here. Remember I said this is really tight. So I don't think I'm going to need to... I got to pull my leaf off. Actually, put that into the foam. Okay, this one I am going to bind wire that one again. I am not liking where I tied that. That's going to drive me nuts. Let me do that real quick. I'll just take a small piece. Yeah, I get that way. I mean, I'm tired when I get home, you know, and then I sit down and watch my stories, and then I come down here, and then I just don't get too motivated sometimes. I think, you know, and then you're tired coming home from work, and I know you're a nurse, so you work 12-hour days, not, you know, so I know that's hard. Okay, there we go on that one. I think this one will be okay. I think we'll leave it for now. I do have to fix. This one's really making me mad because it broke off. So we're going to have to trim that foam off here, or that plastic. These weren't super cheap ones. So I'm going to snip that and fix that real quick. Sorry about that, y'all. Nothing is ever not fixable. Woo, that one flipped all the way across the room. So this one we're going to have to glue. Can't tell if there's a wire down in there already. We're going to glue the wire and make a new hole. Okay. Thought that wire would fit down in my glue down, but it's not going to. So we'll just glue that little thing up right there. I'm going to have to fine wire that sucker too, dang it. They're wanting to flip in, and I'm not liking that. So we're just going to go right beside this hole. Stick it right back in there, and we just came right to the top. Daggone it. So we'll just snip that off. There we go. Okay. I think we'll be good over here. Let's fine wire that one again. Let's get this fun stuff in here. I wasted all this time on these 3 flowers. I don't ever waste that much time on 3 flowers. This one's still not turning the way I want it to turn. There. Is what it is. I'll fix it later, y'all. Let's just get this one kind of where I want it, so we can get to the fun stuff. Let's see here. Got brown on brown. Come on. This one's really wound tight, guys. It really is. You really got to push these vines apart here. Where I got the evergreen, I think I forgot to answer this question earlier. Dawn said I got them online. The evergreen, the grapevine, I think I got from evergreen.com. The evergreenstore.com. I apologize. Evergreenstore.com. Okay. All right, so see, we have our 3 little elements in here. Okay. I think I kind of like that. See how that kind of looks? Looks kind of silly right now, right? So let's add some, before we add too much greenery, let's add some basic little elements in here. Let's add some of these. Okay, these are a push-up, so anytime you can get a push-up flower, you get more bang for your buck. Okay, I really like the push-ups. I really like the push-ups. Okay, so you can push them up all the way. You don't have to push them up. So let's just cut a few of these off. And some of these are different. Some of them have long stragglers, and some of them do not. I'll shake that one out. That one's, just make sure when you stick them up like that, you know, let's use, I want the ones with the long stragglers on this one. I'm not even going to mess with the ones without. Okay. So we'll push these up. I push those up a little bit, about 2 inches below there. Let's do about 3 or 4 of these, okay? This will just add another element of color in here. Okay, so let's cut about 3 or 4. See if we can start there. And I'm going to cut them long. I can always cut them down. Okay, let's get one more here. See if I can find one without tags. I'll have to take the tag off. I hate taking tags off. These tags are crap. They're so hard sometimes. Right? Okay, so now we got about 4 of those. Let's start with about 4 of these. Okay. I'm liking the way that one's twisting. Might have to steam that too. Let's practice a little bit. Okay, like I said, if you're not sure, we can come into the side of this basket. Let's just pick and choose. Let's just play here. Okay. Let's just play around the sides here. Let's go around this side. This one cut longer so we can stick down in there. Okay. Now it's still driving me nuts. I'm going to have to do something with that. I'll stick this one kind of up in here. Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to stick the let's stick the wildflowers in there first. I think that'll give us another better placement for where we want to stick. And the leaves on these are crappy, so I'm not using those. So I'm just going to cut one of these bushes up for now. Okay, I'm pulling all those down because I do not want those. And again, like I said, we're cutting these long. I'll separate those. Wow, I don't go down any further. What the what? Yeah, we will use that one then. But this one's nice because it's got some of that yellow. It's got some of this viney. See the different little things you get in there. So it's just going to add a few extra colors and whatnot in there. So that's what we kind of want. Okay. I'll just drop all my pliers. But yeah, sorry if I'm missing any comments. How is your arm doing, Linda? I hope it's doing better. Use that one there. These 3 are the same. I'm trying to keep these all the same, y'all. Yeah, I think I'm just using one bush of this. So we got one more of this. And I'm just pushing that one down. This one's missing a lot of crap, so we're just gonna cut that off and pitch it. Alright, so I think I'm gonna start with these because it's got the nice viney curlies on it. Hey Holly, how are you? I hope you're doing well, girl. Alright, so let's see what we want to do here. I want this kind of hanging out. So I'm just going to trim this down just a hair. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go in here with this one. Kind of right into our foam. Okay, see how this is going to start to add our frilly and colorness to it. Y'all like my terms. Colorness. Okay, so let's add one. Oh man, I just glued my dang on flower. Pay attention, girl. Let's glue this one over here. Let's stick that one kind of in there. Sure, we're kind of going to turn the same way and about the same length. Okay. The fun about this guy, I just play with it. You guys see, I never have a total plan. I'm gonna get my pliers. Get that sucker in there. Can't get it in there. We'll go from the back here. Put that down there. There we go. Bend that forward, just like that. Okay. Flip these out. Kind of so it matches that other one. Okay. I think this one will stick back in the back. We'll leave that one a little bit longer. Okay. I'll just stick that one back in there. Okay. Now I think we'll put two of these on the sides since we've got two. I think I'm going to need a longer stem here. Gosh, my hands are so sore today. Put that in there with some pliers. We'll just use the pliers. I've had to resonate myself and I have to use pliers a lot. My hands are so weak. And that's okay. Because I'm sure a lot of you, your hands can't do some of that either. So just grab a pair of pliers, okay? So now we got a little bit of frilliness going on in here. Let's add a little bit of something going on behind. I think we need this here. I think we need it here. Okay. Then you could always bend these and pull some of these down. Okay, because they are the pushers. Okay, we'll do one more, I think. Woo, that one's real long. I don't think I needed that long. Okay, let's do this one. Come over in here, match the other side. Okay. There we go. Push that down just a hair. That one's not being my friend. We might push some of those down. I'm not being, I got that one up too high. I can't see which one I'm pulling down. It's that one. Sorry, y'all. There we go. There you go through the back. Luckily, I can go through the back with these, with this this basket. Okay. I think I like that. So see how it's starting to bring out the frilliness and everything in here. Okay, we got our leaves coming out. We got those little elements. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is take these two and go up the sides. Okay, let's take these two. That one doesn't move down, so let's take these two and go up the sides. Let's stick this one up right behind here. Okay, we need a little something in there. Get a glue on there. Okay, so that just makes it look like it's growing up behind that sunflower. Okay, let's cut that one down a little bit. Oh, thank you, Susan. Well, yes, Holly, craft therapy is the best. If you can do it, girl, absolutely. But I know you're going through. I know it's hard on you. I know it's hard on you, girl. Okay, yeah, it's not fun. I went through it back when I was 35, and thank the good Lord every day He's giving me much time as he's given me, so to enjoy stuff and all the friends I've met and just crafting in general and stuff. Okay, so here's where we're at. Okay, we need to do something with the front, right? Right. Okay, let's do. I don't think I'm gonna. I'm on the fence about these now because I just kind of switched up my design just a tad, a little bit. So what I think I'm gonna do is one of my old school goodies is one of these nice filler flowers. It's gonna just actually let's make a bow. Let's get the bow on before we waste more greenery. Okay. So to see what I'm talking about, you can go and you can add as much as you want. I might add these. I might add a few of those. We might add those at the end. Let's make a bow and get that on here before we're wasting more greenery. We want to make it all pretty. Hey, Carol, how are you? Oh, you're not late. You're never late. Grab my bow maker. Over here. Oh, crap. I forgot I had the small one. Never mind. I forgot I had the small one, y'all. Alright, so I told you these are the ribbons we're going to use. We're going to use this luscious funness right here. This stuff is, I love it. That's like a peachy gold. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that leopard print ribbon. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. So, what kind of bow do we want to do? See how pretty this is going to bring out all these colors. And then we'll just have to add a little bit of greenery off to the side because the bow is going to go over here. Okay, so let's make a beautiful bow. And I think what we're going to do is go about, let's go about 8 to 10 inches. Okay, move that ribbon out of the way. Okay, oh my gosh, I love this ribbon. I got it in a 4-inch too. And I think we're just going to go about a 6. Let's do just a hair over a 6-inch loop. Okay. I love this ribbon. And let's see, what kind of bow do we want to do? Simple. Thinking I want simple, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that. About the same. Okay, anybody got any questions? Hey, Brenda! What's up, girl? Hi. Thank you, Susan. This one I thought would be, I'd be done like super quick. And then I get to yakking and then I change my ideas and whatnot. Oh, these pins never go back on for me. Alright, so I think I'm going to break this up. We got these and these. So I think I'm going to go in with the peach. Actually, no. You know what, guys? I'm going to go in with this green. Get that pin out there. Okay. Let's go in with this green. Okay. Again, I'm just gonna match kind of that. I never worry about my ribbon tails being the exact same size, y'all. It doesn't matter to me. But this one, I think I am gonna go do about the same size loop, but I am gonna do 2. Okay. I'm gonna do 2 on each side. Okay. Let's do 2 on each side. Looks about good. Alright. Let's knock the top off that one, so I'm not going to pick that one out. I get so sick of this happening to my ribbon, y'all. I don't know if y'all do, but I do. It makes me so angry. I'm going to use black on the top. Because then my carpet's like this, the same color as those little things that you punch into there. And then I can't find it. Because my floor is a mess anyway. Alright, so this one I'm just going to do 1 loop. A little bit smaller. Just a little bit. Whoop. Set a little bit, not that much. Okay. little bit. Pull it down. Pull it out there. Okay. Pull that down in there. Okay. Oh, this is going to be pretty. This is really going to bring out this. I'll probably make the loops too big. That's all right. And then I think on this one, I think I'm just going to do a little loop. Okay. I think I'm just going to do a single loop. And I might leave this tail a lot longer so we can roll it up. Okay. Dang, I just took my glue gun out. I just took the glue gun out. I got so many cords under here, y'all. My cords are all under my feet. My dogs, my cords. Lord have mercy. Oh, goodness. Alright, so let's get this on here and then we'll throw just a little bit of greenery. I don't think this is going to need a whole lot more, guys. I think this is going to be pretty simple. I think it's going to be pretty simple. We just need to cover up this front a little bit. Maybe add just little greeneries. In that center, we might add the thistle. And I think we're going to be good. But let's get this bow on here so we can see where to go from here. Okay, so find my indent there. Okay, pull my tails down. Alright. Looks like we're in the center. I'm gonna remember to put my zip tie in there, which I always forget. Okay. Try not to let our stack slide. Hey Terry, how you doing? Oh crap! I'm about to knock myself in the kisser. I think just pulled that right, broke it right off. That's on injury. Dawn's got 911 on the horn for me at all times. Oh goodness. Sorry guys, I just get full speed ahead. Okay, here's our bow. Isn't that pretty? Woohoo, yes. Alright, let's set that somewhere. Let's get this on. I think we'll put this on right about here. So I want that looks beautiful. Right in here. And see what I'm talking about? It's going to cover up a lot of the stuff that we're not going to have to use so much greenery for in waste. Okay. I think I need something more up here. So let's get this on so I can figure that out. So you will have to go through all this wonderful goodness of a wreath that is really thick. Super. This thing is super thick, y'all. Holy Moses. I think they used a dang, I don't know. I see the grapes that came off this vine. Like I said, they're probably the size of an apple. Just saying. I'm trying to get that through there. It's so thick. There we go. We got her. Let's see if this is, no, I don't want it there. I want more up here, guys. Dang it, Bobby, I can't see. There we go. Pull that down. Where's my other side here? Okay. Oh my goodness. Just tired of using pliers. I want some hands. I want my hands back. Oh. They just don't work like they used to. Dang it, Bob. Did I get that right in? I did. Oh my God. I'm so tired of putting my zip ties in backwards. I always do that. Oh my goodness. Perfect. Perfect, I think. Yeah, I think that's perfect. off. Lift that out a little bit. A little full with these tails. After we get our other greenery in, but I'll just show you right here. Come up in between those sunflowers. And look at that bow. Look at that bow. Doesn't that match? Where am I going? Super perfect. I really like that. I need something up here, guys. That's driving me nuts. So, before we end, well, I didn't do a good job covering up that greenery. Like I said I was going to do. I lied. I seriously lied. Let's add some of these and see how this helps. Let's add a little different element in here. Let's see just what, I'm going to figure out where that is to pull that down. There we go. Like one of those in there. Let's add just another one of those. Off over here. Okay. I'm going to try to make a little bit of a triangle here. That one's going to be too short. I don't know, guys. There's something bugging me about that middle. What do y'all think? There's something. I might have to go to dinner. Because I'm using my teeth. Let's see here. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me that I guess we don't really need anything there. I guess it's just kind of me being a little bit anal there. This one's going to have to go in more. I do know that because I'm not liking that. So anyway, this is where we're at. All we got to do is fill in. Where am I at? Outside. Right here. We just need to fill in a little bit of greenery over in here to cover up kind of our hot mess over there. So let's decide what greenery we want to use. Do I want to use this viney stuff? I'll push this up and stick that in there. Okay, this is if we use this one, it's item FG5755. I'm not sure where that is from. I'm thinking this one's going to be too long for what I want to do. I'm just going to stick it in there and see if I'm right. Dang. Things are not wanting to go in for me. Let's see. This is kind of where we want to go with this. I'm thinking that's a big no. So I think what we're going to do is let's go with what we got here. Ooh, this will be very interesting. Oh my goodness, we're going to use this. This is a Walmart. I think this one might be a little bit too long too, but it's got different elements in it to break it up, so it may not come off across that way. Pick and choose which one to use, like this. But the fun thing about this one is it kind of bends and curves and does all kinds of funness. Oh, thank you, Donna. Thank you, Carol. Terry. Thank you, Linda. That's a good idea, Joan. That's a good idea. I might have to try that. I think I'm going to add this one right in here. Okay. I think we'll add that one right there. Let's start with that one. Okay. So see how we're going to try to build. We got our ribbon going down here. So now we're going to try to build out this way to cover up our green foam over here. Okay. So let's go with this different element. This is what I like about this bush. Look, it's got this. It's got your vines. It's got this. It's got these big leaves. And it's got these little curly doodaddy things. And then it's also got one of the, oh, that might go up good at the top. There's so much you can do with this one. And it's a Walmart. It's a Walmart. So I'm going to cut that off. I'm definitely going to use that one. We're going to use one more of those. We're going to use definitely one of those. I might use one of those. And we still got all this stuff left for another project, guys, if we don't use it. Okay. So since we got one of those there, our bow's going to come out here. I think I'm going to come out with another, let's see. Let's wait on that one. Let's start with this one. This one will feel better. It will cover up more. So let's start with this one. Okay. So let's go up in here with that one. So fill a little bit more. Give us a little more coverage. See how that kind of is giving us a little bit more coverage and bringing our design down, making it flow over here this way. So now we can bring this one. Let's see, we'll bring this one. I want to use this one. I think I want to use this one. But I think I'm going to take that off. I'm going to add one of my pieces of stems that I've got saved. Okay, we're just going to use this one to do a little filler kind of in between. Let's do that one over here. Okay, is that the nice filler one? We'll stick that one. I cut that shorter. Cut that shorter. We'll stick this one right in through here. Okay, so see how we've got these three different elements right in here already. Okay, now we're going to take this one I just pulled off that stem, and we're going to take one of our old stems that I tell you guys to save all the time. Okay, and we're going to make a pick out of this little piece right here. Okay, we'll just glue it on up in there. Okay, and we'll just make this little pick right up in here. Ow, my brakes got stuck. Okay, so now we've got those three little elements in there. This one, we might cut some more off that bush. This, I wish I knew. I might go in the back. I don't think so. I don't know if I want to use this, guys. We got this one. That's a nice one. Use that. And I'm going to have to pick this one because this wire feels really, really small. Let's see if our pick machine works tonight. It's usually not my friend. Okay, so again, guys, we're just going in for coverage. Here, I'm going to go in here with this one. Okay. Got basic coverage down here. Ooh, you know what? I could put one of those sunflower leaves down here. Actually, we might go up in there with that one. I'm going to save the sunflower leaf. Let's go in with another, we're going to go in with another vine over in here. But I am going to cut this one down. I'm going to cut these little leaves off. Cut it down and make it just a little bit shorter. Okay, I'm just going to go up in here. That one. I can bend that down. Okay. So now we've got most of that covered. Let's add one more piece of this one over in here. Okay, I'm going to pull that up. Yeah, we pulled that up pretty much. We'll just, like I said, guys, I'm just trying to get a little bit more spice to its life. And also just kind of cover that foam up. Okay. So let's just fold these up. I think we'll trim these down. We're gonna fold these or curl these, and then I think I'm good with this. Other than I might do what Joan said and do hey Trish, how are you? I might do a little ribbon hanger up top, and if I would do that, I would probably do it with this ribbon right here because it's a neutral color. Okay, and I'll show you what I'm talking about real quick. Let me just, I think I'll do those like that. And all these we can cut down a little bit shorter. We'll cut this one down just a hair shorter. And that one, leave that one long just in case I want to roll that one. Just threw my stems away. I told you to save, guys. What? Pay attention to myself very well. Let's cut that one down just a hair. This one, oh, I think that one's okay. Leave that one, and we'll just curl this one down. Just one loop of that right there. Actually, we're gonna curl this one. Kind of wish I would have left that a little bit longer, but that's all right. We'll just do a short curl there, okay? Again, I may, once I hang this up, trim these ribbons down. I'm doing this upside down, so it's hard for me to see what it looks like. Okay, do that one down in there. That one didn't stay good. Twirl, twirl. Okay, so see how pretty this is? See how pretty that is? Yeah, I'll take a few little adjustments. And quite honestly, I'm going to do, I just had this idea here. I'm going to do one of these going down the, which one do I want? All of these. I'm going to do one of these down this bottom over in here. Okay, I think. I'll grab it by the thing I pushed down on. Cut it too long. Hold it by the thing that slides. Add a little small flower coming out, and I could add more if I want to. I might add just a few more coming out that bottom, and then I'll think about like what Carolyn's or Joan said I want to do with my ribbon. If I wanted to, we could do the ribbon hanger like she was talking about. You could do a ribbon hanger off the top. Okay. I think that's a good idea, Joan. That's an excellent idea. And just twist it. I'm just going to, you kind of have to perfect it to get it just right, y'all. But you just pinch it and turn it. And what you would do is have a wire hanger. You would trim this and have a wire hanger coming off top. And I think that was an excellent, excellent idea. I think I may do that. I'm definitely probably going to do that. But I am going to adjust some of these. Get them flowing a little bit better. But anyway, guys, I hope you liked this project tonight. I think next week, I'll let you guys get off here. I know I'm running a little bit late tonight. I get to yakking, guys, you know. But I'll let you go. Next week, I think we might do, you guys got any preference on what you want to see? You can always shoot us some ideas. Definitely. Because we're always open to something that you might want to see. Or anything like that, okay? We're always open to whatever. So, anyway, guys, here's kind of our project for tonight. I think I am going to add a few more of these little flowers kind of going down through here. I kind of like those. I kind of like those hanging down the bottom, too. So, makes it kind of frilly. There's our butt, there's our side, there's our bow, there's kind of our whatever. And like I said, I'll do like that hanger on top and whatnot. And I will see you guys next week. As always, prayers out to those who need them. And as always, laugh and live with a half full cup. When it's all about clouds, find the sun. And I will see you guys next week. Bye. Oh, an angel winery. Okay, I'll have to see if I can find one, Frankie. I'll ask Lori if she's got any, or I'll see if I can find some around here. Okay? All right, thank you all. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Darlene, LaDonna, and Linda. Night, everybody. Have a blessed rest of the week.